Hey everyone, welcome to your February 2022 astrological forecast and a very happy Valentine's Day to everyone this month. Special thank you to my loyal subscribers who continue to support me and like and share and comment on my videos. Thank you so very much. If you're new to my channel and you like this video, don't forget to subscribe. And also check out the links below in the description box. There's one there to my website where you can learn more about the chart services that I offer. There's also a link to something called Ask Me a Question, and it's for those of you who only want to know just a few things about your chart. Okay? And also check out my weekly forecast, which I will be starting again. Okay, so now for your forecast. Hi Libra, welcome to your February 2022 astrological forecast. So, the sun is in Aquarius, a fellow air sign, so it's creating a trine, a very nice 120-degree angle to whatever planets or even rising sign that you have in Libra. So, this time of year is usually, fairly easy for you, okay? The sun is here up until like the 18th. Okay, in your fifth house where you have the sign of Aquarius. And in fact, Mercury will move here on the 11th. But right before then, Mercury is still in Capricorn up until like the 10th, 11th, in your fourth house where you have the sign of Capricorn. So they're kind of like maybe shoring some things up there as far as even paperwork goes in regards to your home. Your family, any kind of bills possibly regarding your home. Maybe you're clearing that all up. Mercury has been here for a while, going direct and retrograde and back and forth and whatever. So there's been some kind of lots of conversations or communications of some kind going on in your home with your family or a roommate, or just if you live by yourself, even just whatever in regards to your home. You're making some kind of plans, possibly whatever you could put, maybe doing something different there. Okay, so that transit is actually ending, and Mercury is moving into Aquarius on the 11th. So the sun is here up until the 18th, and you still have Saturn in Aquarius in your fifth house. Okay, Saturn will be moving though into Pisces, so you'll no longer have to deal with that planet in your house of fun, which could have put a bit of a damper on your ability to have fun. Okay, while Saturn was here, it sometimes brings a very serious tone to your life in some way. And the fifth house is the house of fun and romance and speculation. Gambling, entertainment of any kind, amusements, sports and games, children, all kinds of fun stuff. So sometimes having Saturn here, just like, you're like one of those, I dare you to make me have fun. You could have been like a real drip, or whatever, drip, the word. From, I think that's from the 50s even, that word. Anyways, that whenever you would like go out with your friends, you just weren't very lively. You were bored to death. You're tired of going to the same places all the time. Tired of doing the same things even. You were looking for something new or fun or whatever, to do. And believe me, you're going to have the chance to do that. Pluto is moving into Aquarius very soon, so it will be in your fifth house, and it will change a lot of things that house governs. Okay, a lot of changes coming there. So for now though, I would have to say that wherever the sun is transiting at the time, that's where your attention is. So you are possibly just having more contact with let's say even more conversations in regards to your romantic life. This is also the house of creativity, so if you're involved in anything creative, Saturn did come in handy here. For that reason, it made you really stick with something. especially if it was tedious. You just really, went back to it after whatever it was you were working on. Maybe you were frustrated, you put it down, but you still went back to it and finished it, or are still working on some, creative project, but whatever. Saturn makes you stick to it, okay? Also, the same thing, though, with a romance. You could have stuck with a romance because it is something to fall back on. It's stable. It could be boring as all hell. You need some excitement in your life, but you're not willing to give up this the stability that this relationship offers, okay? Now, there's a full moon in Leo in your 11th house on the 5th. The 11th house is directly across from your 5th house of Aquarius, okay? And your 11th house is also another one of those houses of fun. It's your like most sociable house. It's socializing in person or online. It is your house of your friends, your group of friends or associates or any kind of organization or a gang, your group that you hang out with, okay? So something could actually occur around that full moon. It could even be on social media, online, where somebody accidentally, I don't know, says something or other that's news to you. You could find it pretty interesting or surprising. Or you could actually accidentally say something and reveal, excuse me, something maybe you hadn't planned on saying. It's probably not a very big deal, but it could be information you hadn't planned on sharing with people, especially if it's online. It could really just spread like wildfire. If you're on social media, I'd be careful what I was saying at this time. But this could be something that maybe you might even say about a friend, or someone, one of your friends could say something about you even. Doesn't necessarily have to be public or on social media, but you could just find out. A lot of times this is a time when your friends are just really getting on your nerves, or there's one in particular, okay, that maybe you do have some kind of plans to do something around this time. You really are not in the mood to have this person within your group of friends or whatever. They just put a damper on everything, okay? So just keep that in mind around that full moon. Other than that, I would have to say that you may even take a little bit of a trip, even if it's a day trip, to some kind of, like an amusement park or some kind of, like, place that's fun. A place that is fun, or could even be to maybe like a casino or something like that. Okay, then the sun, actually on the 18th, okay, moves into Pisces in your 6th house, and Venus, let's see, Venus is actually here till the 20th. Okay, so you have, Venus in your 6th house up until the 20th. Then it will move into your opposite sign of Aries. But we'll get to this for now, okay? There's a new moon also on the 20th in Pisces. So all this is going on in your 6th house of the kind of work that you do, the workplace, your co-workers, your work schedule, the house of service, and also the house of health. Okay, so Neptune is still here. It's going to be here for a while, so you could have, as far as your health goes, one of those times where you could have some kind of ailment that's very hard to diagnose. You could have been to all kinds of doctors. Nobody can tell you what it is. Usually it's possibly an allergic reaction to something. Could be food related, or it's just something you're around, but with Neptune here, sometimes there's like these health problems and you can't figure out what's causing them. Okay, so possibly around that new moon, you could have some kind of breakthrough in that area where even if you don't know what's causing something, at least you're getting some kind of solution as to how to treat it finally, some kind of resolution in that area. This is also the house of service. With me, I always look at it as like a 50-50 thing where Someone approaches you because they need your help in some way and they offer to do something for you in return, so you both benefit from the arrangement, okay? Now, this could be something you're already involved in or something that's just now coming up. Sometimes it could even be taking place with a coworker. You know, you could be helping them at work, or even if it's something like giving them a ride to work or whatever. You know, but it could be family, anybody actually. But a lot of times, you know, having Neptune here, it does bring out the sappiness side to your personality, or people kind of view this or sense this in you, that you're a pushover in some ways, not really, but that they could really prey on your sympathies and get you to do stuff, you know, for them, like all the time, or for absolutely nothing, or whatever, you know. So if you are entering any kind of an agreement or arrangement with someone, and it's not going to be like forever, you know, you might want to make that clear now, okay? Like that you'll do this for them for now, or, you know, just up until a certain point or whatever. Be very clear about any kind of arrangement that you make with someone about some kind of, again, it's a service or help that you provide. It could even be somebody just ditching their pets with you when they go on vacation, or I don't know, you're suddenly some kind of new daycare and you're not. You know what I mean? You could have somebody that does stuff like that to you. So if it doesn't bother you, fine. If it does, now's the time to put a stop to it, because the sun is here. When the sun's here, this is where your attention is. So take care of this house right now while the sun is here. Okay, having Venus here does bring about like really nice relationships and rapport with your coworkers, but like with anyone in general. A lot of times though too, it does make you go after or be, like feel like eating a lot of sweets, or you know, stuff possibly that isn't good for you, junk food. But I can't see it being too much of a problem. Let's see, what else? That's pretty much about it. You know, if you do work for someone else, sometimes it seems like you're put in charge of beautifying the workplace, or purchasing something for the company you work for that has to do with, it's Venus related, you know, something pretty or something pleasant. You may even be in charge of like, you know, a party or some kind of gathering that is for your company, you and your coworkers. Even if you work at home, there's still some kind of good feelings between you and your coworkers. And even if you don't work at all, same thing, just you and people in general. You're, that, like I said, this being the house of service, you're willing to, I don't know, be a little bit more agreeable with people. Not that you weren't any other time, but you're more willing to help right now. Okay, so then Venus does move into your 7th house, where you have Aries, and Jupiter's there right now. So this is really something. Okay, this is on the 20th, so this will be into March, and having both Jupiter and Venus in your 7th house of relationships, close relationships, you're the natural ruler of the 7th house, okay? This is partnerships of any kind, usually romantic, business, or friendship. Okay, now Jupiter here should have expanded this area for you, brought new possibilities for partnerships into your life. Now having Venus here brings the romantic edge to it, I believe, okay? So who knows, you could have a pretty romantic Valentine's Day, and then when Venus moves into this area, it becomes like pretty, like serious, far more serious than it was, let's say, like at the beginning of the month, okay? But it's, you're really attracting even more so now that Venus is here. It does, the law of attraction is there. Having Jupiter brings the opportunity. So, you know, if you do have the a chance to get out there and meet people or something. I'm pretty sure you're going to meet someone that could be pretty important to your life or pretty special in your life somewhere down the way, okay? Or if it's not a person, it's a contract or arrangement or agreement, even if it's a handshake deal that you may be doing at this time that really benefits you, okay? So the best time to do something each month is when the moon is in your own sign, and the moon is in Libra on the 9th, 10th, and 11th. And the best time to lay low is when the moon is in your opposite sign, and your opposite sign is Aries, and those dates are the 22nd and 23rd. The best time for romance, recreation, creativity, fun, any kind of speculation or gambling, and anything to do with children is the 4th, 5th, 6th, 18th, and 19th. The best time for money is the 11th, 12th, 13th, 24th, 25th, and 26th. The best time for your career is the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. And the best time for communication and travel is the 1st, 14th, 15th, 26th, 27th, and 28th. So, happy Valentine's to you guys. See you next week. Goodbye.